Hi, welcome to the Heart of Illumination. I'm Joseph. Thanks for being here for today's message and transmission. And you can say dialogue as well, as I would love my videos and transmission to be kind of a living dialogue for the community that we're co-creating together. And so please take what resonates and leave the rest. And I know that my messages and transmission are timeless as well. So, you can listen to this video and maybe part of this video, part of this message resonates with you at this time. Yet, maybe in your mental no will be like, oh, I know this video or this message exists now. Weeks or months down the line, something relevant related to this message is also calling to you. So it'll be the right time to rewatch it again. And then, of course, when you rewatch it, you're a new person, you're in a different state, you've grown in different capacity. When you receive the message again, it could be the same message, but yet you're receiving new insights, or you could receive a similar insight from the previous time you've watched it, yet there's a deeper layer that unfolds. So I've experienced this in my life like many times through different cycles and different grand cycles. So I know this for a fact. and then I'm super curious and I'm super excited when I notice these deeper realizations. So I also invite you to tap into the joy of when you experience these deeper realizations. Because part of this know thyself journey, self-discovery journey, a part of it is the healing journey, and a part of it is the unlearning journey, and then a part of it is the journey of wholeness and becoming your natural self. A part of these journeys, most of these journeys are internal, and of course we're fortunate in this modern age that there are communities out there that at least understand some of these things that we're going through internally and can be supportive at times. Yet, what we usually go through, and when we have these deep realizations, these growth, and we can see ourselves become a new person, or we can see ourselves adopt new healthy habits and revealing healthy and powerful aspects of ourselves, there's usually no one there to celebrate or validate or just to be there and cheer you on and say, good job, you've done it. Like, it's been a super difficult path, and that when you show up at that point and you have this realization, right, there's no fireworks, there's nothing. You get that realization, you have that moment of realization, and that's it. And so the invitation, this key message, is to invite you to create a celebration ritual, right? It could be anything. Yet I'll throw out a couple ideas, and I'll throw out ways that I celebrate for myself, by myself, as myself, as I went through various, all of these moments of realization and insights and knowing myself. And so, yes, one of the methods is that, yes, you could buy yourself something for no reason, or you can attach the reason to, I had this grand realization about this thing, right? I'm not attached to the realization, but like, I know that this realization took me 8 years to go through my journey to have this realization, and I'm just gonna treat myself to a nice dinner or a nice meal, right? Don't think about the money, but this, let's say, is I really love beef chow fan, or beef noodle in Hong Kong Cantonese way. So I treat myself to this really delicious dish, right? But it's like a very common dish, and of course, like I could just go get it anytime, but it could be something like that. Or I could treat myself to something fancy. It doesn't matter. It's just I'm gonna celebrate myself with this really simple thing and put meaning to it, and now I remember. And now, so part of the cycle of realization is to integrate these healthier, supportive, and nourishing aspects as ourselves. We can treat right? We can treat it as we're reparenting ourselves, right? Whatever love, whatever nourishment, whatever support we then receive from others, and that, we can't expect others to give us out of the goodness of their heart, right? But we're going to give it to ourselves. I'm just going to treat it as, I'm going to be my own mother and father right now and give myself this really awesome meal, right? Or this a toy that I've been wanting to play with, or as an adult, maybe I want to play with a drone. I'm going to get myself a drone because, it's kind of interesting and cool. It's an adult gadget, right? So something like that. And so that's more of a consumerism side, but it works sometimes. Yes, we don't have to attach to the realization, or that we always have to buy stuff or eat stuff or these external stuff. But the practice is just, let's celebrate these internal milestones first with materials or things that we really truly enjoy, right? Maybe, right? And the rule is, the guideline is that, right? Maybe I saw something for 2 weeks, right? I know it exists. Maybe it's a really nice camera, and I've been keeping it in mind for 2 weeks. Now, because I had this realization and it's genuine and true and it's in alignment, now this is a good time to buy this camera that I'm going to use all the time. I'm going to take beautiful pictures. It's aligned with my hobby or whatever. And I'm going to make this camera more meaningful, and I'm going to make my realization more meaningful, and I'm going to create this whole experience of, oh wow, it's not that I bought the camera, it's not that I had the realization. I grew as a person, and I'm creating this wonderful meaning for myself. So that's one. Two is go do something nice for someone. Or usually what happens is that when you've gone through these realizations, you become more receptive to the gifts of the universe, right? And how the gifts of the universe usually works is someone could physically give you something for free. It could be something small, like two tickets to a movie or show, or just a free meal somewhere, or just maybe a burger, or just something to eat, right? But it's free. That's the whole point. And then your invitation is just to receive it, because part of your realization and insight is teaching you, right? You couldn't perceive or receive or attune to the new insight at a deeper level, or the realization, if you didn't allow yourself to be more open, to be more receptive, to be able to handle this gift of receptivity. So now what the universe will say is just, okay, no one might celebrate your progress or growth, but here's a little token, right? Or it could be something bigger, right? I don't know. There's no exact science on what comes to you to receive as part of the universe supporting you and celebrating you. And so you can also, in those moments, say thank you, and attach that physical gift from someone, or from a drawing or something, that because I've grown to this person, to become this person, I am more receptive of these gifts of the universe, whether it's material or not. And third, could be that things more synchronicity happens in your life. Meaning, right, you could just end up showing up someplace that you didn't intend to show up, but something really good happens, right? And maybe it's not a gift, or not that you see something you want to buy, but it's you meet some really great people, or you meet some great people that you might not even interact with, but yet maybe someone is just playing music because they enjoy playing music, and you happen to show up for them to be in their field of expression, and then you're like, wow, like, I hope this person continues to practice their craft so that other people can enjoy his gift, as well as so that he or she can live an awesome lifestyle because they're nourishing their love for music and their craft, and they're doing it for free for passerby, right? So something like that. So it could be that you just show up at the right place at the right time, to do the right thing, to receive the right thing, to give the right thing, to share the right thing, to experience the right thing. And so my story is that maybe a day or two ago, right? So 2 days ago, I went through went through an intense energy shift, and I think I did a video about it, but we'll see. Maybe I'll share it again. And then yesterday, I had an intention to come out to record a video, but what felt right to me was it was in the morning, so I went over to Psycho a little earlier. Just, I guess I brought my laptop and my notebooks to do some work, right? And I was planning to just do some work and eat a little light meal and go to the library. What ended up happening is that I showed up and I'm like, oh, let me see if this person is selling this dessert I really like, and my sister really likes it. But sometimes, but I have to get there early because it always sells out. So that was what I was aware of. And then as I was walking through that path, along the path, there was a stand. There was an event going on in front of the temple that I usually walk by, going to this dessert stand. And so this event was related to some master teachers that are really good at the craft of Chinese calligraphy, and wow, please feel free to search for it and explore what Chinese calligraphy is. It's beautiful, and it's an ancient art. There's so much magic to it. I'll make another video about it. So when I stopped by, I'm like, oh, what is this? I didn't know what it was, so I started checking out the different stands, and it was a lot of volunteers, and they're master teachers in calligraphy, and some were students, but still they did calligraphy like exponentially better than me because I have no knowledge of it right now, or don't know how. I haven't practiced it yet, but this is something that's in my alignment. So, and of course we're about a week away from Chinese New Year, and so what the Chinese culture and the custom really likes to do is to have prosperous sayings and phrases written down in calligraphy, and then they would hang it on the wall to kind of treat it as an intention. They're setting an intention for the new lunar year that, Sun Tai Jun Hong, my intention is to be healthy, right? And they would write it down or have the saying written down, and they would post it on their wall or wherever it feels aligned to them, and that's their intention, right? So that's kind of the also the Chinese, in a way, that's their magic as well. Like it's kind of fun, and so there are lots of these beautiful phrases that are very uplifting, that are positive, and yeah, they're uplifting, positive, inspiring, and just very good nature and very divinely connected. And so they're usually 4 words, and within those 4 words there's a depth of meaning and wisdom within those 4 words, and they've been passed down for hundreds and thousands of years. And so another one would be Cho Yun Gong Jun. So like something related to financial expansion, right? So my intention is to allow financial expansion, prosperity and expansion for my family, right? And when we set intention, it's usually for ourselves, for our loved one, our family, and our lineage. And at times it's for the village, for the greater community, and for our country. And then not too many people write this, but in general it's kind of implied, right? But not many people write this, right? Is Gok Tai Man Ngon. So this is at a national country level. So may the nation be prosperous and peaceful. And so those are maybe like for officials and politicians, they would write that and post it in government centers, or in, right, maybe in ancient times, emperors will write that as a New Year's ceremony, so that, right, so because the emperor is connected to heaven, right, so the story and the belief is that the emperor is the direct connection and communicator to God and heaven, right? By him writing that, right, peace with the people and the nation, there's a significance and a meaning to that. And of course, if he really aligns to what he wrote, right, coherence, right, from his heart, his mind, and his action of writing, let's create a peaceful and prosperous nation, then his action with other things, with setting policy, with running the government, with leading his officials, will also mirror that as well, right? So it's a part, in a way, setting intentions, writing things down is also when we write things that are in our alignment, it helps with our internal alignment and coherence. And then of course we focus on it so that we can create what we wrote down in this physical reality. And so I just wanted to share that as well. So so celebrate yourself, celebrate your own growth, realization, and becoming more of your natural self, your natural embodied self for this incarnation. And if it resonates, right, look up Chinese calligraphy, look up Chinese New Year and kind of the various practices we do related to this custom and how to celebrate Chinese New Year. And if you're in China, or in places like Chinatown in the US, various Chinatowns in the US, places that celebrate Chinese New Year, feel free to go explore and learn about their custom. And if it aligns to you, learn how to write your own prosperous phrase, or have a master write it for you and put it on your wall. And maybe a practice you could have, or just you put it on the wall somewhere, and then set that as your guiding intention or goal, or your system, and then allow that to help you facilitate your coherence, right? If you say Santai Ki Hong, healthy body, okay. When you're home and you see that, gradually eat more healthy, right? And maybe eat the right portion, eat things that you feel good about your body. And yes, even when you snack, look at it and be like, yes, I'm snacking a little bit because I enjoy this, I love it, it brings me joy and delight, and I am mindful when I snack. And it would be, and right, knowing oneself, I'm gonna do my exercises, I'm gonna have meal plan and portion controls and whatever, right? Or cook healthy veggies and so forth and eat fruit. Yet if I know in myself, if I don't eat any snacks, the day is a little unfulfilled. So this snack or this candy, this dessert brings me joy. Yet I'm mindful and I eat it in moderation, balancing it out with all the other foods that I'm eating, right? So yeah, so there's a lot that I could go through, but the main thing is celebrate yourself however it aligns to you. I gave you some ideas, and I'm sure later on this video I'll go deeper or look at this topic of celebrating yourself while you're on this self-discovery healing or journey of realization or wholeness, and as well as anything that you find interesting that I share on these videos. Please feel free to also nurture your curiosity and Google it and find videos about it, so that it enriches your life just by knowing it and just by going and doing that thing. So until next time.